What up? It's your boy King Jacquo Martin. I'm here with another episode of Whispering to Your Soul. Man, it's so nice to be just blessed because you're just a good person, you know what I mean? And that golden rule, you know what I mean? Treat others how you want them to treat you actually really works. And what I can say about this brother, man, is he is just an amazing person. And they say art reflects life, you feel me? So the reason why I believe that he's a brilliant actor is because he's brilliant in his real life. And it's easy when you get on set and you actually respect the craft. You put work and time into what you do. You sacrifice to be a part of the craft. And so when you take two good things and you put them together, man, you get somebody like, I want to introduce y'all to my brother, Mr. Ezekiel, coming to the stage. What's up, bro?
What's up with it, man?
Welcome.
Sir,
You feel
King.
me? You know what I mean? Give us a little brief introduction about you, bro. Talk to the people.
Oh, man. I don't really like talking about myself.
Yeah. It'd be like that. They waiting on you, though.
All right, yeah. So, hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Ezekiel JB. I'm an actor, model, producer.
Talk that talk.
Entrepreneur. I dance a little bit, but I don't really categorize myself as a dancer.
Ooh, y'all saw that.
What else? I mean, I do a little bit of everything, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm working on music now, too, so I guess artists can fit in that aspect, too.
Entertainer
All around. I'm all across the board. But, yeah, man, born and raised in Texas, Dallas. Well, born in Fort Worth, Texas, raised in Arlington, Texas. That's the DFW Metroplex, Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, if you're familiar with the area. I'm first-gen Nigerian, so, like, my parents migrated from Nigeria. Went to Japan first, actually, and was in Japan for like Tokyo specifically for about like 3-4 years.
Okay.
Had my older brother in Tokyo in '93, and then moved to the States because they won the lottery. They won the visa lottery. So at that time, my dad was telling me, like, you know, the United States was doing like visa lotteries in certain countries to bring foreigners to the States to populate the States. And so they won and moved to Texas and then had me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, big shout out to the family, you know what I mean? Shout out to your mom, your dad, your brother, you know what I mean? Let's start from the beginning, bro, because I know, for one, I know you're an amazing actor.
Thank you.
I got blessed to be in a movie with my brothers. Big shout out to my boy Sam Buckner.
Yeah,
shout out to Deontay Gray. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother Tori. You know what I mean? Shout out to the family. You know what I'm saying? These brothers just create. You know what I'm saying? So it's always dope when you get to work with some amazing people.
Facts.
But I got to be on set with my brother Ezekiel. And when I tell you, man, the scene was just so epic and it was so dope. And I was so blessed to just work across from you. You know what I mean? To watch you in your craft and also to be in the scene and just play those moments with you. I was like, God, I appreciate working with good people. And, you know, we've been brothers ever since. So I just want to tell you and give you your flowers in the world, bro. You were brilliant in that project. You're a brilliant actor. I appreciate you respecting the craft and putting the time and the work in to honor your gift. Because it's one thing to be talented, and it's another thing to actually put in the hard work, where your hard work meets your talent. You know what I mean? And you represent both. You represent being talented and you represent being hardworking. And for me, that goes a long way. And I really, really just appreciate that. And I'm grateful that I was a part of Sam and Deontay's short film. Big shout out to Sideline Story, you feel me? And everybody that was in that thing. You know, shout out to Shan too, you know, got to give you love. You went crazy
Shan,
in there too.
Man.
Yeah, she went crazy.
You, Shan. Where you been?
Yeah. Big shout out to Shan. You know, she's also
she's dope.
Monster.
She's dope.
She's definitely could be another leading lady in Hollywood for sure. She's that dope. But I just wanted to make sure I gave you your flowers. You know what I mean? And y'all make sure y'all go check out that movie Sideline Story. You feel me? But let's get to the beginning of this, bro. How did you even fall in love with acting? What's your story?
Appreciate the flowers, man. First and foremost, thank you. Just thank you, man. That's love for real. Sideline Story was actually a pilot.
Yeah.
It was actually a pilot. We actually won Best Series at ABFF too this past June, I believe.
Yeah. And Miami too. Y'all won in Miami, right?
Yeah, that was ABFF. ABFF Miami.
Okay.
We won somewhere else as well. Like it's actually been doing some good things. So, shout out to Sam, Deontay, and everybody, and the whole cast and crew.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to the beginning to get to your question.
It's gonna be a fire pilot. Fire pilot.
Yes, get to your question.
Yeah. Talk to me nice.
Yeah, man. I mean, I started my journey in summer of 2014. So I've been in the game doing this for about 11 years, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is crazy to say because I remember back then, like, I had like milestone markers in my head, like, okay, when I'm doing this for 5 years, I'm gonna be here.
Yep.
When I get to 10 years, I'm gonna be here. You know, this year, like you have these ideas of, I had these ideas of what I thought my life would be, what it would look like, and the accolades and achievements I would reach at certain year points.
What was it like? What did you think? What in your mind, what was the plan?
So in my mind, I'm thinking, because I remember I was working on a set.
Yeah.
This is when I was fresh in the game.
Yeah.
I was doing some short film or whatever, and I was talking to this girl. I don't even remember her name, but I was talking to this girl. I was like, "How long you been acting?" She's like, 7 years. And in my mind, I was like, 7 years?
Yeah.
And you're still in Texas?
Yeah.
In my mind, I was like, 7 years? I'm gonna be like in LA, like on TV, like in this studio movie film, I'm
gonna be a recurring actor.
I'm gonna be doing something, like have my own show or something.
Yeah.
And then my 7 year mark.
I
I mean, don't get me wrong. 7 years in, I did have a lot of, I had a lot of accolades.
We've been putting some work. We put in some work.
Yeah. But it wasn't what I thought it would be. I wasn't a series reg yet.
Yeah.
I had some recurring, I had some guest stars here and there. Had some small indie films as well. No studio movies yet. Yeah, no studio movies. Just a bunch of network shows. Had a lot of studio auditions. Tested for something.
Yeah.
And if you're familiar with testing is basically like, they put the contract in front of you. Like, this is how much you're gonna make.
Yep.
This is the years this could possibly go on, and how much will bump your pay per year.
Yep.
Like,
based on the numbers.
Yeah, start throwing the numbers, and I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. My first test, I ain't seen that many zeros on a piece of paper.
Yeah, man.
Attached to my name ever. I was like, dang, y'all paying me how much?
Bruh, funny story. I remember I booked my first job, right?
Yeah.
I booked a Bank of America commercial.
Yeah.
And it aired during the NBA Series, World Championship, Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, I'm doing it. I'm doing all right. And I got a check. I was like, okay, dang, this check is nice.
Yeah.
But I didn't know what residual income was, bro. I was in the military.
Oh, wow.
So then they mailed me another check, and I was like, wait, I already got paid. Bro, do you know I called them back and said, hey, I think y'all might have overpaid me.
Not you calling them back.
Bro, I called them because you wasn't finna say I stole nothing.
Right.
You wasn't finna come back and get me, bro. I didn't know, you know what I'm saying? I called them back. I was like, hey, y'all paid me already. They was like, oh, no, Mr. Martin King, that's residual income, depending on where it is. Now, if y'all don't know what residual income is when you get mailbox money, and that's when you do something one time, you get paid for it over and over again. Yep. I just didn't know, and I didn't know the numbers look like that. You feel me? Yeah. Because I got paid twice because I was the lead actor, and then I did the voiceover for it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when they sending me 2 checks, I'm like, hold on, bro. You know,
something's going on.
Y'all not finna come get me tomorrow. I'm stealing, embezzlement. You're not finna come lock me up or send double hacks my way. You know what I'm saying? To the people that. So I called them. I'm like, hey, I just want to make sure everything cool. And they started cracking up, bro.
That's hilarious,
bro,
man.
Yeah, you got to know the business too. You know what I'm saying?
True. Yeah,
you got to know the business.
You got to know the business side, man. But residuals are beautiful.
Now, boy.
Like, especially if you have like a dominant role on something.
Yeah.
That thing's you can chill for.
Listen,
some time.
when I found out about residuals, I was like, I will never work regular stuff again. Boy, I can get paid like this. This is what life can be.
Yes,
man.
Very much so.
I'm so hooked.
Very much so, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Shout out to that commercial money. It hit different.
It does, man. It does, man. Especially if the contract is right.
Now, come on. Let's talk about that contract. So you saw all these zeros attached to your name.
Yeah, I saw all these zeros attached to my name, and I was like, dang, this is literally the life that I dreamt. This is my life, you know. And so, I tested. I remember they had me chemistry read with 3 other actresses that would potentially play my mother in the series. Because it was a series for CBS. It was I can say what it is because they already finished it. Yep. It never aired. They canned it. I don't know why. Wow. But it was for Shaka Zulu. So like I read for Shaka. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And
wow. First of all, that's amazing.
Thank you.
That's amazing. That's a huge world. That And the fact that I could actually see you killing that role. I could really see you going crazy in that role, bro.
Everybody said that.
Like dead ass, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
can see you going crazy in that role. And
Yeah.
so I finished the story and then I'm gonna add
Nah,
something
you
to
good.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's for Shaka Zulu. And I chemistry read with 3 actresses. Everyone was phenomenal, but they all brought something different.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm playing off of like what they're bringing me, and it was a good time, honestly. Like, I remember like being in the room with the director and the producers and casting and everybody. It was like, I don't know, like just any direction they gave me, I just did it, right?
Right.
As you should, as
You gotta be coachable.
yeah, exactly. You got to be coachable. You got to be malleable. You got to be able to take direction and execute, on the spot. But I've been doing it for so many years, like 11 years in. So it's like I've been doing this for a while. So like I'm always ready, And one of my old coaches always told me that you should be able to do something once, erase all that you just did, and
Yeah.
do something different.
Right.
In another take, if that's what they want.
If they require that, you should be able to take a note and then to be able to apply it,
Exactly.
and not just be stuck in how you did it one way.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. So that always stuck with me years ago. So
Great
like,
note from your coach.
From my coach. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like ever since then, I've just been people like Johnny Depp. They were telling me like Johnny, he doesn't ever do anything the same.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's always different.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dang, I gotta get like that.
Yeah.
Like I actually studied him a lot growing up. Him and many other greats. We can talk about that later. But yeah, man, it was a beautiful experience. That was the first time I tested for anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like originally their original offer for me, in terms of numbers, was already pretty high. In my opinion, I was like,
look, from our standpoint.
yeah, so I was like, this is somebody's salary.
Yeah.
And you're gonna pay me this every like 3 weeks?
Yeah, bro.
Crazy. It's, I think in the contract it said every 21 days.
So let me ask you something. When you see numbers like that, right, and coming from where we come from, you know what I mean? How do you mentally handle that, bro?
I mean, for me, honestly, like I've always had a plan of what I would do. Like once that kind of money came in, so that way that kind of money can stay in.
That's hey, come on now, talk that finance,
Because a lot of people, man, when they get on these shows or they get it like a huge movie, they just start blowing it.
Yeah,
thinking, oh, I made it. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna do this. No, man, because you never know when your next job is gonna be.
Wait, that's a bar in the acting world. You never. This is one of the craziest businesses ever, because there are no guarantees with nothing. You could be hot today and gone tomorrow. You could be gone today and be the biggest thing tomorrow. You just never know. But you just gotta have faith of a mustard seed. You gotta have that type of belief to want to do this type of business. You gotta have that type of belief. Because I book ballers and I'm like, man, I made it. It's about to happen. I'm finna blow up, boy. Yacht.
Yeah.
Lord.
Crickets.
Hello? You're still there?
Yeah,
man. And so what I did was, for me, I got smart. I stopped waiting to get booked and I started booking myself.
Yeah.
Like what you was talking about, you diversified your portfolio. Like you say, I act, I dance, I sing, I got music. You start doing all these other different things. So what I started doing was, bro, I booked myself. I went to acting school and then I went to film school. Then I started my own podcast and then I started directing other people's film and started doing relationships and people like, oh, I want to work with him and come to this set. And that started creating other opportunities because I just didn't wait on Hollywood, even though I'm still waiting on Hollywood. You know what I'm saying?
I get it, yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, bro, why not create me? Why not create value? If I'm really that good, someone's going to see me regardless.
Exactly.
So I'm just going to continue being good over here. Let me do what I do here, and then someone else eventually, you know what I'm saying? When the work comes together, it'll be right. Because what I don't want to do is the wrong door to open, I walk through it, and then all of a sudden, I regret walking through something I ain't had no business walking through or I wasn't ready for yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't believe in wrong doors ever opening. I think everything that's meant for you and that's tailored to your soul will always be what's presented, because you have to align with the things given to you in the first place.
I like that.
So if you weren't even aligned with door you
Yeah.
couldn't even be able to walk through.
Yeah, I like that. But I look at it sometimes like some people can be wanting something so bad that they rush. You know what I'm saying? Instead of
Yeah.
saying, like you talked about, alignment. I know this role doesn't resonate with my spirit, but I'm wanting something so bad.
I
You know what I
see.
mean? That I will compromise my normal boundaries that I normally wouldn't compromise instead of just believing in it's okay to say no. Like after I booked Ballers, I had a job for ABC. It was a role, something that I was uncomfortable playing. It's something that didn't resonate with my spirit, and I said no to it, right? Because one, I didn't think I could play that role truthfully. Two, I wouldn't want to misrepresent anybody's lifestyle that they actually really live.
Right.
And it just didn't sit in my soul. So I had to say no to it. I would rather take the long route than the quick shortcut to where I think I want to be and have more peace in my life than to regret doing something that I just didn't feel right in my
No,
spirit.
I resonate with that, man.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. Like, I've turned down a lot of things.
Yeah.
I've said no to a lot of auditions, and I remember I was in an acting class. This is back in 2019 at Identity School of Acting.
Shout out to Identity School of Acting.
Yeah, IDSA. Shout out to Anthony Mockbarrow, one of my acting coaches. Yeah.
Man, one of the homies went to IDS. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. Fire school.
It is.
Fire
It is.
school.
I learned a lot there, a lot, and it's in my toolbox to this day.
Because you have to audition to get into that school.
You have to audition to get into the
Yeah.
school. So I remember I auditioned. A little backstory before I continue on with what I'm saying. I auditioned to get into the school. The owner there, Femi, he was there and like he saw my audition along with everyone else who was on the panel. And then like I remember he like pulled me to the side. He was like, Ezekiel, I want to put you in my professional level class.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. Like just very nonchalant. He was
Yeah.
like, you have such a great innate ability to just
Yeah.
bring characters to life, and I truly just believe you have. I want to put you in my professional level class. It's a pleasure.
factor.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to possibly be working with you in the future.
Yeah.
And just keep doing what you're doing. You're amazing. You're an amazing actor, and I can see it in you.
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, okay, cool. So, mind you, the school costs like $1,500. Like, yeah.
I know.
I didn't have $1,500. So like I remember,
Yeah.
I just went to the orientation just to like see what it would be, to get the information about the school. And then I remember crossing paths with this guy that I met years ago. At first I didn't recognize him because he cut his hair. I remember him when he had like long hair.
Okay.
He remembered me. He was like, hey, are you from Atlanta, or did you ever live in Atlanta? I used to live in Atlanta, like back in 2017, 2018.
Okay.
And I was like, I've lived there before. He was like, did you ever work or do an audition for like some superhero project? And I was like, yeah. And then I named it. He was like, yeah. And he was like, is your name Ezekiel? I'm like, what? Who is this guy? and then he like gives me more backstory, and I was like, wait, what?
Right.
Jackson? His name was Jackson.
Yeah.
Jackson?
Yeah.
Bro, what are you doing here?
Yeah,
and he was like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm auditioning to come to the school, man. Like, and I was like, what? Really? Well, that's crazy. And then he basically was like, yeah, I got into this level or whatever. What level did they put you in? I was like, oh yeah, they put me in professionals. And then he like made a face. He was like, they put you in professionals? And I was like, yeah, does that mean anything? Like, I don't know. And he was like, bro, that's like the highest level class.
Yeah.
Like how did you, and you just auditioned, they put you straight there? They don't do that often. And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. I mean, just
Yeah.
me and me.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I told him the story about what happened with Femi, and he was like, bro, you got to go to the school. If that happened and he said all that, you have to go to the school.
Yeah.
And then he was like, and then I was like, I mean, I don't know. I was making excuses because like, truthfully, I just didn't have the money to do it.
Right.
So I was like, I don't know. Like, I think about it. Like, I got this coming up. I got that coming up. I gotta see what's happening in my life right now. And then he was like, and then I mentioned it, and I was like, and also financially, like, I don't know if it's a smart move for me right now. Just to throw it in there. And
He
then
remixed it. I don't know if this is the smartest move because the way my bank account is set up.
yeah, so basically after all of that, he pauses and looks at me and he's like, if the financial aspect is what's really holding you back, I'll pay for you to go to the school. And I was like, what? Bro, I'm not about to just let you drop $1,500 on me just to go to this school. He was like, no, seriously. Like, the fact that I even remember you from 3 years ago or however many years ago it was is because, like, I remember your performance of what you did at that callback. And, like, it always stuck with me. And he was like, the fact that I can remember you 3 years later and you get an opportunity like this, like, he was like, I don't want you to be another statistic of having all this ability, having all
Come
this
on,
talent,
man.
and not being able to have the opportunity to participate in the spaces that great people get to be great. And he was like, I will pay for you. And I was like, dang, bro. It like touched me, right? And I was like, dang, I don't know, because it's hard for me to accept help.
Yeah.
I've always been that way since I was young, because I've always been taught, like, you know, get it out the mud, like, you got to put in the work to reap the benefits.
Yes, that programming.
So exactly, programming. So I had to unlearn that, even just being out here in LA, that it's okay to ask for help.
Yeah.
Even as an adult, not even just being in LA, just being an adult.
That's
period.
a bar. We're going 15-yard penalty. We're going to rewind that. I'm going to have you say that again for the people in the back of the church, because a lot of people got pride and egos. And it's funny how it's easier for us to give. Yeah. And when we give, we feel good when we give.
Right.
But then when we want to receive something or whatever else, we block another person's opportunity to feel good about themselves because they want to be a blessing. You know what I mean? Like we always get high off of, I bless this person, and how it made us feel. But we never realize how when someone is giving to us, how it makes them feel.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Real.
We don't never really consider that. Or we're programmed, just get out the mud, the grind. No, it ain't all of that. Should you work hard? Yeah.
Of course.
But if there's someone that's wanting to bless you for all the right reasons, then there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Because when you do make it, you are able to return that tenfold. You know what I mean?
100%.
That's your way of saying thank you. I appreciate you for believing in me when didn't nobody else believe in me type vibes.
Facts. Big facts, man.
Look, okay, what if Chadwick Boseman would have said no? What if Chadwick Boseman would have said no? And people are like, well, what are you talking about? A lot of people don't know Denzel blessed him. Denzel paid for his school.
Yeah, I heard about that.
You know what I mean? But a lot of people don't know. But what if he would have said no? What if he would have blocked the blessing? He wouldn't have been in all these Black Panther, Jackie Robinson, all the different films that he has done, bro. He would have blocked that opportunity. So I'm glad that you were able to be open enough to allow that to happen, to allow yourself to go to school, to allow yourself to be, man, bro. So when I gave you those flowers, I was giving you those flowers for reasons. I didn't know none of the things that you're telling me right now. But look at how the full circle moment goes around, bro. I was honored to play your coach in that scene, bro.
Appreciate
it. It was dope. I was honored to be on set with you because I was like, bro, I know I'm a fire actor, but this dude is brilliant. Us working together, we gonna make magic. And even though the scene was a short scene, it wasn't the whole story or nothing, but that scene was dope. It was fire.
It was a strong scene.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was a strong scene.
Yeah, so big shout out to your boy who blessed you, bro.
Yeah, big shout out to Jackson, man.
Shout out to Jackson.
I ain't forget about you, man. You know, I ain't made it yet, but once that happens,
it's on the
man,
way.
But believe you getting a phone call, man.
Big shout out. Hey, big up to Jackson, bro.
Yeah,
big up to anybody who's ever wanted to bless somebody and just bless them for the right reasons. Big up to y'all, bro. That's much love.
For sure. Like along my journey, I honestly remember everyone who's ever helped me. Like from 2014 up until now, 2025. Like I remember literally every single person who's ever helped me.
I'm gonna tell y'all something dope, right? Let me do this moment right here. Give y'all something dope. They say life is like a movie, right? Well, at the end of every movie, what do you get? Credits. And when you see the credits, what do you see in the credits?
Names.
Of everybody.
Everybody.
That played a part in the movie.
Yeah.
From the biggest role, from the director, to all the way to the extra. You see everybody's name. What if I told you life was the same way?
It is.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because everybody, no matter who you encounter, whether they're good, bad, hater, indifferent, good, you know what I'm saying? They're still part of your movie of life. And your character is defined by who you are when you're confronted by all these different names in your credits of life. So you got to be grateful for every name in the credits because every name in your credits of life is part of your journey. It's part of your movie. It's part of everything that you're going through. And every name has value because there's a lesson that you can choose to learn from each individual person's name in the credit. The question is, are you open to learning that?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah, that's some cool. Come on, man. Don't get me started, Zeke. Leave alone, man. Don't get me started, bro. I'm trying to behave, bro.
Hey, let it out.
Yeah,
let it out. Let them use it. That's real. That's real. That's real. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, that type of vibe.
What was we saying before we got onto that?
We were talking about your contract, and then we talked about school, and then we talked about how you wind up running into Jackson at an audition, and he believed in you after IDSA said, "Hey, we want to put you in the professional program."
Got you.
See,
Okay.
your boy Smarty, listen.
Yeah, no, that's good. Was there something? Because there was a reason why I segued into going to that school. Like there was something attached to the school.
We were talking about Chadwick Boseman and how Denzel paid for him to wind up going to school.
That was after I told you the story.
And then we also talked about understanding the contracts and understanding the business.
Contracts, business part. Okay, yeah. So the business aspect, I lost my train of thought as to why I brought that up, but maybe it'll come back. But the business aspect is very important. A lot of actors forget that it's called the entertainment business.
Yeah.
Not just entertainment.
Come on now.
So like there's a whole business side to this. And if you don't know it, you could get played and not even know.
Come on, talk.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff, man. Like IP is very important.
Yeah. Intellectual property.
Yeah, intellectual property. If you don't know what IP means.
I got you.
King knows. He knows.
Come on, man. I got y'all, man.
Yeah, IP is very important. Man, so many things. The numbers, having a good team behind you is very important.
Marketing.
Because sometimes even your team can be the ones to hold you back.
Say it again.
Even your team can be the ones to hold you back if you're not with the right people.
Guess what? Even you can hold yourself back if you're not doing. Your team could be doing everything it's supposed to be doing, but you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Precisely.
It's one thing to get in the room. It's another thing to stay consistent and disciplined.
Precisely.
Come on, man. Let me start this. Come on, man.
But hey, let it out. If you feel it, let it out, man.
Yeah.
But nah, like there's so much that goes into this business that
it is.
A lot of people just don't know, and so like it's not easy. It's not easy to do.
Not at all.
Oh, I remember. We're talking about the how like the numbers and like how I was like, if I ever get this much money. Yeah. Okay, so. Yeah, I didn't book it. I ended up not booking it. They gave it to the British guy. He was cool. I met him in the room. I met the other British. It was two Brits and then me.
Okay.
I was the only American.
Okay.
That they were even gonna test for this.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, what does that mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they gave it to the Brit.
And this is for the role of Shaka Zulu,
Shaka
so you guys
Zulu,
understand.
Yeah, just to give you some backstory. Yeah, so it's for Shaka Zulu. But I just remember that in that moment. The director, he like came out the room like after my last chemistry read with the last individual they paired me with. He came out the room and beelined like straight towards me, and I'm thinking, am I in trouble? Like, is something going on? Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Comes straight towards me, shakes my hand. He's like, "Thank you so much for auditioning.
Yeah.
We all loved you." I was like, "Oh, okay, thank you. Am I free to go? Like, y'all want me to stay? Y'all want me to wait? Like, what's going on?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh no, yeah, you're good. Whatever casting wants you to do, like maybe hang out here for a second. But you know, if they say you're good, you're good. But everything you did, we loved.
Book the room.
So yeah, book the room essentially. Yeah. And then he proceeds to walk back in. But I think in that moment, as he's about to walk back in, everyone around also saw the interaction, and so I noticed he then started shaking everyone else's hands just to like, not make it seem like, he only shaking this guy's hand.
You got to play the politics. You got to play the politics of it.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, all right, it is what it is. I appreciate it though.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a beautiful experience just to even test, man.
That's dope, bro. That's super dope, bro.
Yeah, it was beautiful. But it's been a journey, man. It's been a journey. That was like what was that? That was 2022.
Well, let's do this. Let's fall back into when you were a kid.
Yes.
You know, we got that in the first take, but let's go back to when you were a kid and how you fell in love with acting.
Yeah, man. I've always wanted to do it since I was a kid. Um, I grew up watching movies.
Yeah.
I was a movie head. I wouldn't say a movie buff. No, yeah, I can say movie buff. I wouldn't say what do they call it? Cinema head or cinema buff?
Yeah.
Whatever, cinemaphile. There we go. I'm not a
Okay.
cinemaphile, so I don't watch everything.
Yeah.
But I watch things that pique my interest.
Okay.
Right. So look, as a kid, I remember watching like Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Will Smith,
Yes.
Leonardo DiCaprio,
Yes.
Johnny Depp. You know, just a lot of the greats. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't get introduced.
Big shout out to Johnny. Shout out to
Yeah.
all the legends.
Shout out to all of
All
them,
of them are
you know.
brilliant. Martin, Jamie, Will, all
Yeah,
y'all.
Jamie
Denzel,
Foxx as
yeah.
well. Yeah, like all of them. And I remember just like watching them and just really just being in awe. Like, man, these guys are creating this world. But
Yeah.
of course, as a kid, you don't realize it's a whole team
It's a whole
creating the
team,
world,
man.
and they're just like the face of the character.
Yeah.
But I remember thinking, I was like, dang, man, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
But to me, being 7 or 8, I'm thinking, oh, well, they're all adults, so I maybe have to wait till I become an adult to do it. But on the flip side of things, I was also watching like, you know, my age-appropriate shows like on Nickelodeon, Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, things like that. And it was the show Kenan and Kel and all
Yeah.
that, you know, seeing a younger set of kids and kids that look like me, especially
Yeah.
on Kenan and Kel.
Yeah.
That
Come on
really,
now.
that's what really solidified it for me. And I was like, yo, if they can do it and they're young, I could do it too.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. So
yeah.
like from that moment on, I remember making a promise to myself, like, I am going to do this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to be on TV. I'm going to be in movies. This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah. And that representation, man, having representation is so important.
It is.
And that's why I'm saying, hey, listen, when you're on set, you don't know who's watching you. You don't know who you blessing. You don't even understand that you're the spark to someone else's flame. So when you get that chance, go crazy, bro, because it could be your last opportunity. Every booking ain't guaranteed.
true.
So, man, treat every opportunity like it could be your last opportunity. Play all out. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes I think people are scared to play all out. But I got a crazy question, right?
Yeah.
If you made it this far in life, not even going all the way out, what if you went all out in life? How much further would you be? If you only gave it 25%, if you only made it 50%, how much further would you actually go if you just said, you know what, I'm just going all in? Every day. Every day that I wake up, I'm just going all in. I don't have to solve the world in one day, but if I could just be a little bit better than yesterday, every day of your life, where would you end up? Just think about it a moment.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah, you know, because there's certain, I got to hold that to me, that standard to myself. Like, oh, King, you bullshitted today. You could have did this, you could have did that. You're not on top of it. Come on.
Right.
And speaking of this greats, I got to be on set with Denzel.
Yeah.
I was doing like some stand-in work or whatever else, and it was for his Roman J. Israel movie, right?
Okay.
When he was
Esquire.
playing the Esquire,
Yeah,
right? Denzel did a take like 30 times, right? And he had a formula.
Dang.
He would sit down, he would say it, stand up, say it to himself, ready, go in, come back, sit down by himself, say his lines, stand up, say it in his head, ready, go back and do the take. Now watch this man do this over and over and over and over again, right? And then I started looking at how I was conducting myself on set. I say I'm talking and joking and having a good time. And then I started noticing Denzel, and I started noticing all the other actors that he was on set with doing this method. And I said, how can I say that I want to play at that level if I don't have that work ethic?
It's true.
If I'm not that type of locked in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that that formula works for everyone,
Right, it's
but
different.
it's the work ethic that I had to appreciate. And so when Denzel came off or whatever else, he says, you know why I did what I did? Because it's muscle memory. When it's in your fiber, when it's in your being, when you're actually living it. Shout out to Tom Patton from Barron Brown. He says, when actually you're doing what you say you're doing, no one can question it.
It's true.
And Denzel, he was like, when I do this over and over again, there's no way that I can't become it or live it because I do it every single day. I do it all the time. See, a lot of people want to be the next Denzel. Why? You can't be me.
It's true.
They already got me.
Yeah.
You want to be the first Ezekiel. You want to be the first King Jacquel Martin. And what you do is understand, why am I a return on investment? Why are all those greats that you just named a return on investment? You don't want to be them, but what you do want to do is extract the reasons why you see their return on investment, and then you put it in your tool belt.
Right.
You put it in your toolkit. And then you start understanding business. Because it's one thing to have the talent. It's another thing to understand the business. And when you start understanding the business, then if you have all the talent in the world but you have no business, then you have no show.
That's true.
But if you understand the business and you have a little bit of talent and you continuously grow the talent, but you understand this side of it, it opens up so many doors because you understand how the machine works. And I was like, wow, I've always took that to the heart, bro. I've always took that to the heart and started planning. I want to be the first me.
As you should.
And learn from all the greats.
Right. Because
Yeah.
there's only one you. You know, everyone in this world is uniquely themselves.
Come on.
You know, Hollywood, they don't want copycats. I mean, of course, they do a bunch of remakes and all this stuff,
Yeah.
but that's a whole nother conversation.
The ideas is running out a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Running out of ideas. But it's like
Spider-Man 1000.
But it's like in reality, it's like everyone is uniquely themselves. So we have all these original people. So just be you. You know,
That's a Snapple fact.
Like you've been blessed to have something in you that nobody else has.
Come on, man.
So like, why would you want to copy someone else or be or say, I want to be like him or I want to be like her?
Yeah.
When you've been given something uniquely designed for you that only you have.
Boy, you better cook.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, like, be you.
Yeah.
The king, the next King Jacquel.
Yeah,
You know,
you
the
feel
next
me?
Ezekiel Ajabi.
Yes, sirski.
Yeah, that's like, we're here. We're all we have is now. The
Yeah.
time is now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I like every time I do motivational speaking, I always give this example, right? Everybody hold their hands up. See, right here on your hands, there's some little lines in your hands. These lines are called fingerprints. No one else has your fingerprints. No one else has your DNA. So this is proof that you are a masterpiece. This is proof that you are one of one. Anytime you get down on yourself, you start doubting yourself, the program starts coming after you, the system starts giving you, you don't believe in yourself anymore. Just remember, you're one of one. So by default, since the day you were born, you are the best you. The question is, do you choose to be the best?
That's great. That's it right there. Do you choose to be the best?
Come on, man.
Is the question.
Right? Because if you're not programming yourself, who programming you? You know what I mean?
Everything else.
Come on, bro. You feel me?
Man. Yeah.
Oh, let me ask you this, bro. What is your reason why? What keeps you going? Because like we say, Hollywood is a crazy business, man. What's your motivation? What's your why? You know, I know you made the promise to yourself when you were younger, but you know, you have your ups and downs through this journey of it. What's your why and how do you keep going?
My why? Honestly, man, I have a knowing that it's bigger than just me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been blessed and what's the word? Given all the, I feel like I've been given all the abilities that I do have and all the talents that I do have and all the skills and stuff that I'm able to do for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I'm not saying acting is like the end all be all. Like I feel like that's just a small part of my entire like life's journey, my life story, my life's mission. And so my reason why is because simply it's bigger than just me, because with me using what I've been given in a field that complements that,
Mm-hmm.
it's me basically living in my life's mission
Come on.
and purpose
Come on.
that will then in turn touch so many other people who will see me in that position to then be activated in also living in through their own life's mission and their own life's purpose just by seeing me living my own. If that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense.
It's like a ripple effect, you know?
on now.
Like it's bigger than just me. Like this is like a small piece of
Little Costco sample, little Costco sample.
yeah, this is just a small piece of why I'm here on this planet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's so much more that I'm sure I'll be doing outside of acting, outside of entertainment, but this is just a small piece.
Yeah. I love that,
so
bro.
yeah, that's my reason why, because it's bigger than me, and I know if I'm not if I'm not the one doing it, or not, I'm not the one using what I've been given
Yeah.
to put out in the world,
Yeah.
then there's gonna be so many people that, in retrospect of like the connectivity of how we're all connected,
Yeah.
who won't be reached, who won't be touched, who won't
Yeah.
receive what they needed to receive
Yeah.
from seeing me
Yeah.
be and do the things that I was meant to be and do.
Like,
Yeah.
I love how he phrased that. If you couldn't understand what my brother Zeke was saying, was he gets an opportunity to be a lighthouse for all the lost boats at sea. And so by letting his light shine, other people can see it, and then they can also do some internal work and look in the mirror, and they can look at their own light so their own light can shine. You know what I mean? And it's a chain reaction, or it's a rock that you throw in the pond that creates ripple effects that can be a blessing for everyone else. It's a frequency, it's an energy, it's something that people can tune into, tap into. You know what I mean? And for me, it's just ultimate love. When you really love yourself and you love what you're doing, you love it in your purpose, that energy comes off the camera, it comes off the screen. It makes people reflect in themselves. It's healing, it's therapeutic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Depending on wherever the character is or whatever you're displaying on or whatever else, it can change. It's changing, you know what I mean? And so you do have a responsibility that's bigger than you, because you wouldn't be here if someone else didn't make the sacrifices for you to even be in this position. From your mom, your brother, your family, your dad, your grandparents, from that legacy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Of everybody that was here before you, who's lost their life to even give you the freedom that you have right now. So I always say, like, how can we become so comfortable in our comfort when the comforts that we have come from the bloodstains of our ancestors? So many sacrifices, so many things that people have given up for, fought for, rights and freedoms and all different type of things to put us in a situation. Now that we're here, what are we willing to sacrifice for the future that comes after us? And what will we change?
Yeah.
And I say this every show, and it brings me back to my boy Amir Suleiman. Big shout out to Amir Suleiman. He wrote a poem that said, "One day, you will be someone's ancestor. Act accordingly." And I'm like, bro, that, what?
Yeah, that's a bar.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then this line that I always remix, but I still love it, even in the remix of it. He's like, "Do you not know that death has mounted its steed since the day you were born? And the question is, will death find you in your purpose or your excuses?"
Because either way, it's going to find you.
I said, wow, bro. I said, so you know what? Let me become more locked in my purpose. Let me be more present to me.
Yeah.
Let me be more present to the gift of today of being present. You know what I'm saying? So
That's real. That's beautiful. Beautifully said, man.
yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. How do you overcome your storms, Zeke?
How do I overcome my storms?
Yeah, you know, we all have moments where we go
Yeah.
through things and we get into the sunken place, or we wonder or we question. And how do you pull yourself out? Do you go to the gym? Do you work out? Do you write? You know, what do you do?
Honestly, for me, man, I go into nature, you know.
Okay,
Go
that's
into
dope.
nature, surround myself with whether it's trees or, you know, we in LA, so sometimes the beach.
Like
The
that?
beach is far because I live in the valley, so
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
beach
so-
can be a drive.
Yeah,
from the
that,
valley.
you have to go on a journey to get to the beach.
Yeah, exactly. You have to go on a journey to get to the beach. So I'll go to a park, you know, sit under a tree, you know, ground myself, feet in the grass and everything like that.
Yeah.
I meditate as well. I meditate a lot, actually. It's a daily practice of mine just
Love
to keep
that.
myself grounded and level-headed and,
Love that.
you know, just sharp.
Do you do vision boards? Do you do you believe in manifestation? Do you write things down?
Yeah, I do have a vision board. I don't write things down as much as I should, but I do speak them aloud.
I love that.
Because, you know, the frequency and resonance in saying things
Yes.
is also just as powerful as writing them.
Yeah, I agree. That goes back to there's a life and death in the power of the tongue.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Exactly. And so that as well as prayer, you know,
Yeah.
speaking to, you know, whatever your belief system is, like, so like speaking to God or
Yeah.
or to my angels.
Yeah, your
That-
higher
that-
power,
my-
whatever
the
you
higher
call it for
power,
yourself. Yeah.
You know, my soldiers in on the other side,
Yeah.
like whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
You know, speaking to them, but just, you know, in times of storms, you know, just having some kind of connection, you know,
I love that.
helps me get through it and know that I'll always be taken care of. Because at the end of the day, you always will be taken care of. Because cause for me, I always go back and think to like my worst and darkest moments.
And made it through it.
and I made it through somehow.
Come on,
And in
man.
my mind, I'm thinking, how the heck did I even make it through
Come
that?
on, man.
It's because, like, you are always going to make it through. Like, they're not going to let you fall. You know, you did not come this far in whatever moments you are in your life
Yeah.
for the people on the other side
Yeah.
to allow you to just this is your end moment. Like,
Yeah.
no, like, they're gonna allow you to get through it so you can still complete your life's mission.
Yeah.
So, like, no matter what you may be going through, whether good, bad, ugly, whatever the case is, it's like you're always gonna make it through, even if it doesn't look like it in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You will,
Mm-hmm.
because they always got you.
Yeah.
Point blank. Period. That's just my. This is my
Bro,
belief.
no,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I just did this speaking competition, right? I was going to become the international, or I will be. Let me change that. Ooh, I had to catch myself. I will be the international world champion,
There you go.
right? And I did this speech called Unbreakable. One moment doesn't define your life. You do.
That's true.
But a lot of us are programmed to be stuck in the moment, to hold on to what we've been through, hold on to the past, hold on to where are you going with all that baggage? That doesn't get to define you. It gets to shape you. It gets to help you learn. But why are we carrying dead weight that doesn't serve us anymore?
Yeah.
So a lot of us can't run as fast or as long as we want to. Like, you played sports before.
Yeah.
We've picked up weights and we had to walk around with the weights or run, hold on to the weights and da-da-da-da-da-da. The funny thing about holding on to the weights is it made us stronger, but we didn't realize how strong we were until we actually let it go.
That's true.
And then when we let it go, what was
You out there.
you was moving even faster. So the point of it is everything that you've been through was meant for you to get stronger. But once you release it, you'll actually be able to see how much stronger you and how much more you've grown in that. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that the dead weight is bad. I'm saying how long will you carry it? Because the sooner you let it go, the faster and stronger you'll be able to see the results from your healing. Is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean?
That's beautifully said, man.
Yeah.
Well put. Well put. I agree.
Who's somebody in history that you would love to play, bro?
Somebody in history?
Yeah, or in anywhere. What would be your dream role, bro?
Dream role. I get this question a lot.
Yeah.
Dream role.
Or who would you want to play in history?
Yeah. Okay. I'll answer both.
Okay.
So when I get the question dream role, I used to always say I want to be an Avatar, right? Because that's one of my favorite movies is Avatar.
Okay.
Along with Inception and Greatest Showman, Coco.
Yeah.
Coming to America. Like,
Hold on, don't do that. Don't do that. That's my hold on. That's my movie right there. Don't do that. Coming to America. That's my stuff right there. You hear me?
But I used to always say Avatar. Like, dream role would be Avatar, just to be an Avatar, be a character in there, work with Zoe and all those other actors, like just be in there.
Yeah.
But then
But wait.
somebody told me, I met someone who worked with James Cameron, and they're like, "You want to work with James, huh? Get ready." And I was like, "What do you mean, get ready? Like, what's good? Elaborate. Can you tell me what's behind that notion?" And they were like, "Well, James is very particular. So if you don't do it the way he wants you to do it, you're gonna keep doing it again until you do it the way he wants you to do it." And I'm like, "Okay. So give me an example." And he was like, "I've been on set and someone did a take about 57 times." And I was like, "Dang, 57 takes of the same thing to get it to the way he wants it done?" I was like, "Dang, 57 takes is a lot of takes." Because like, yes, repetition, like they train us to be able to, repeat it and over and over and over and over. But like 57 to me.
Listen,
like,
they say we are emotional. They say we are emotional athletes, but listen, man, especially when you have to cry or you have to get emotional, that thing is draining now, bro.
It is very draining
Yeah.
on the body because your body is your instrument
Come
that
on
you're
now.
using to compose this symphony of visual arts to the audience. So
Say it again. Wait, no, that's a bar. We're going to say it again for the people in the back of the church who don't get it.
Your body is an instrument. As a thespian, as an actor, on-screen talent, your body is an instrument that is used to compose the symphony of the... I forgot what I said.
Y'all heard what he said. He put it so eloquently. You understood.
Yeah, when it comes in, I say it the first time. That's all I'll tell you.
That was a dope download.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, they're basically telling me, he's very particular. I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll pause on James for a second. Let me rise up the ranks before I get there. Um,
Man, don't
but
put. Let me tell you something, Z. Don't put a pause on it.
okay, go ahead, go
Let me
ahead,
tell you something, Z.
go
Don't
ahead,
put
go
a
ahead.
pause on it. I'm not saying the person who said what he said was wrong. He
Right,
probably gave you amazing information. But just because that was someone else's story doesn't mean that's how your story will go when you're on set with James,
that's real.
right?
That's real.
And sometimes we allow other people's saying to create something that was never there because you never had that fear before someone said that. And because someone said something, it created a seed of fear or doubt. You don't know what your experience is going to be. Like when people ask me about the military, how was your experience? I hated it. For other people, they love it. It's amazing for everyone else. So a lot of times I don't tell them my experience because I don't want my experience to create something different for what their experience could be. And the reason why I just didn't like it was because I was wrongfully assaulted in my military uniform. So my experience isn't everyone's experience.
Right.
Everyone's not going to go through what I went through. So why would I take what I went through and put that on everyone else? You know what I mean? That was just specifically meant for me. And it was my horrible blessing. You know what I'm saying? So everyone can't understand or walk in my shoes and carry the weight that I carried.
Right.
So I'm not going to take a perspective and allow my perspective to intervene on someone else's, you know what I'm saying, opportunity.
Right.
So I'm not saying what he said was wrong. I'm saying you actually might love working with James. It actually might be something amazing. It might be everything you dreamed of, and it might not be. But at the end of the day, you'll never know unless you play the game. You know what I mean?
real,
So
yeah.
don't allow someone else's fear to stop you from doing something that you wanted to do ever since you were a kid. And maybe, just maybe, because even Jesus had Judas, maybe that person was on assignment just to test how bad you want what you say you want. You know what I mean? So will you allow what someone else said to stop where you said you wanted to be ever since you was a kid? So who cares how he conducts it? We know he makes good films.
That's facts.
Who cares if you have to do it 57 times? I remember when we were not on set, when we were not auditioning, and we were just little kids playing. We did it as many times as we had to do it,
That's
unlimited.
true.
But now the
Yeah.
older we get, we want to put limits on how many times we want to.
Right,
Man,
wanna do
if
something,
you
yeah.
get a chance to be on Avatar and you did that thing 100 times, at the end of the day, when the movie is done, at the end of the day, all that work, boy, you still on Avatar. You still went from a little kid wanting to be somewhere to being on that. You feel me?
That's
So
real,
you
yeah.
take advantage of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't allow someone else to be. You know what I mean? To dictate or shape your future based off of someone else's experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's real. I appreciate that,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. We're gonna
Appreciate
cook
that.
and we're gonna
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about it.
yeah, for
type
sure,
stuff.
for sure. I also want to work with Christopher Nolan. I met someone who worked with him as well.
Yeah.
My boy Devin Bostic.
Shout out to Devin.
Shout out to Devin, man.
Shout out to Christopher Nolan.
Yeah.
Shout out to James as well.
Yeah, Devin, he's doing great things, man. I worked with him on a pilot
Yeah.
in Canada. Alberta? We were in Alberta, I believe. Yeah, Calgary, Alberta, something
Okay.
like that.
Shout out to Canada. Canada love.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout
it
out
was
to
my
the Six.
First time in the Six, you know what I mean? Well, Toronto's the Six,
Yeah,
technically.
yeah.
but-
Y'all know what we meant. Y'all know what we meant. We
Yeah.
tried. We tried.
Yeah, but it was the first time in Canada, but it was cool, man. And Devin, he's been in so many things. Like, if y'all look him up, he's been everywhere. So
Yeah.
he told me, working with Chris was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, man, like tell me about it. Because these are people I watch their films and I'm like, yo, I can see myself in that world.
Yeah.
Like I like to say like a prototype would be like John David Washington.
I got to work with him on Ballers.
How was it?
Brilliant.
Okay.
Loved it. Big shout out to Rob Wise, Chris Lofton, Donovan Carter, Aaron Fraser, all of y'all, bro. The whole Ballers family, bro. Shout out to HBO for the amazing opportunity, bro. I loved it, bro.
That's lit.
Loved it.
That's lit.
Had crazy story. When I first got here, I was doing security, and I was at Fox Studios, and I was around all these talented people, and I was like, God, this ain't what we talked about. I said I wanted to be an actor. God said, nigga, you in the room. You was just getting assaulted by the police and you still complaining?
Yeah.
If you act like a security guard, that's how they're going to treat you. But if you act like who I called you to be, you ain't got to worry about what uniform you got on. Do you know who you are? Do you know whose you are? You tripping. You still don't get it. You still don't believe the way you claim you believe. Reality check, right? So I had to go to acting school. I went to New York Film Academy. I didn't have to. I chose to. Big shout out to Jeffrey Akoff, my brother, industry threat. You feel me? He said he was going to go to school to be a writer. I just finished my freshman book, A War on Friendly Grounds. That's the movie that I won movie of the year at the Chinese theater, right? I'm going to be a writer too. I wrote a book, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
I got to school and they told me how much I had to write. I said, oh no. Oh no, the devil is a lie. I don't like writing like that. 30 pages a day?
hilarious,
Oh
yeah.
no, not for me. So when I was leaving the building, shout out to Tyrone Tan. Tyrone Tan said, why don't you try the director's program? I said, tell me about that. He was like, you're the one that creates the movie. You help the actors get into their emotions.
Yeah.
I said, oh, I can do that. So I did that. I was like, God, school is 7 days a week. How am I going to audition?
Damn.
Go to school. I said, bro, this ain't making no sense to me.
Yeah.
So I went to school 7 days a week in school. I auditioned for Ballers. I didn't hear from Ballers for like 4 or 5 months.
Sheesh. 4 or
Right?
5 months?
Didn't hear nothing from them. All of a sudden, I get a call from my agent. I ain't been working. I've been in school.
Right.
I ain't been auditioning. I ain't been doing nothing.
Right.
So I get that call. Hey, we need to talk to you at 3 o'clock. Can you be available?
Stop
Yeah.
making excuses. Yeah, or you like,
All right. Cool. I'll be available.
Yeah.
3 o'clock come. They said, have you heard the news? I was like, yo, I appreciate everything you guys done for me. I know I haven't been auditioning. I haven't made you guys no more money. I've been in school. So just
you
thank
looking
you.
at the downside.
Right? See, big time, wait.
Oh
big
my
time. I'm like,
gosh.
thank you for representing me. I know you finna let me go.
He thinks it's over.
Over. I'm thinking it's over. I'm thinking it's done. That's like, King, what are you talking about? You book Ballers. I was just like, I just want to thank you guys for everything. I ain't even heard nothing they told me, gang.
Right.
They're like, you book Ballers. I was like, thank you guys for everything.
Right.
I can't wait to work with you guys, possibly get in the future. King. I said, what? You booked Ball. I did what? Let's go, baby! Yeah! I knew it! Mama, I made it, right?
That's crazy.
So I'm super lit.
yeah.
I get the call sheet. Guess where I booked Ballers at?
Where?
Same place I did security. Fox Studios.
That's crazy.
Boy, I walk up to Fox Studios. The same people I did security with were the same people that let me in the gate. The same people that I work with were the same ones walking me to my trailer. Instead of acting arrogant, I was humble. I was like, if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. I get in the trailer, whatever else. Talk to the bar boys. Somehow they found out that I was a soldier that got beat up by the police. Ballers, season 4, episode 10, they did something about like Colin Kaepernick with the shut up and dribble comment. And they brought me to the director of Ballers. Bro, I cried, bro.
That's crazy.
And I said, yo, I just want to tell you thank you because I didn't think nobody in Hollywood cared about somebody like me. You got the hottest show ever right now on HBO. You don't have to touch this subject. So for you to talk about police brutality or for you to talk about black people's rights, bro, that meant everything to me because you don't even know me. I said, I wrote a book. I said, you did what? He said, you got a book? Boy, I had a box of books in the car. Pew! Ran to the car.
course.
Pew! Came back. Bro, all the people that I binge watched before I went on set because I wanted to make sure I knew my story. I knew my part.
You got to.
Right?
Yeah.
Did my homework.
Part of the homework, yeah.
All of them, I was giving away books, autographing for them, bro.
That's lit.
Giving them up. Bro, I can't even explain it, Zeke.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with me. So for me, can't nobody tell me God ain't good to me. No disrespect for whatever you believe. I just happen to call them God for me. You feel me?
Right.
For me to have a full circle moment like that, bro, you never know who you're going to bless, how you're going to be positioned. You just got to be grateful for the positioning and the opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
And that full circle moment, bro. And now I go from being on set to back on the couch.
Hey,
back
man.
to doing security.
Hey, man, listen.
Wait on the next roll. Wait on the next roll.
But it ain't over, you know?
No.
It's just, it's highs and lows in this business.
Because now, guess what? We creating sideline story. We still winning film festivals. I mean, I'm creating stories that I'm directing or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? Podcast One Essence. Shout out to Omar. Shout out to Gentel. Shout out to Serena. You know what I'm saying? We won Essence. Now I'm doing Whispering to Your Soul. So I'm still in the creation phase.
Still doing stuff.
I'm still booking. I just haven't got booked by Hollywood, but I'm still putting myself out there.
Right.
Like you said, one day you hot, the next day, hey, Mr. Barton, can I get you some orange juice? And the next day I'm back in the security parking lot.
Man, who you telling? Yeah, this is like
Woo!
one, like, until you are like the name, it's like this is one of, if not the most inconsistent industry to work in. Like, there's so many people doing side hustles, so many people having side jobs, so many people, you know, trying to make ends meet just to be able to even be here.
To go after the dream.
Yeah, to go after the dreams. But the fact that they're even going after their dreams is a beautiful thing. Because let me say this, man.
Talk to
A
him.
dream is placed in you for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the dream was given to you because you are the one who's supposed to bring that into fruition and execute that. Because back to the ripple effect thing. you living out your dreams and doing the things that was given to you, that was designed and tailored for your
Mm-hmm.
soul,
Mm-hmm.
is what will what's the word I'm looking for? Is what will it's on the tip of my
It's going to
tongue.
create a change.
Yeah, it creates a change. It's a ripple effect that touches everybody else. With you may even not even ever meet those people that you're reaching and touching through. You just living out
Come
your
on
dreams,
now.
chasing your dreams, going after your dreams, whatever the case may be. But because you're doing it,
Yeah.
you know, you're inspiring others, unintentionally inspiring others. That's the word.
Bro, listen, that's a fact. I got people walking up to me that I don't even know that watch the podcast. Yo, I
Yeah.
watched your clip. Yo, I saw this. I saw that. I saw what Zeke said. I saw what Rome said. I saw what someone on the show said. And I'm like, you saw Whispering to Your Soul?
That's crazy.
Because you don't know.
You never know.
And you don't even know the impact that it makes on them.
Exactly.
And that's why I wanted to do the show, bro. This is like a time capsule of love, of testimonies, of journeys, of overcoming. Because I don't care whether you have a name or whether you don't have a name. Everybody's story's important, bro.
That's facts. That's facts.
Everyone.
Yeah.
I know I have to have names because of how the programming and the system is set up.
Yeah. It's the
But,
business side of
but
things.
right? But a celebrity's name doesn't have more value than your name.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's story is important because everyone's story could be a blessing to someone. You feel me?
true, yeah.
And so that's why I'm doing the Whispering to Your Soul. That's why, Zeke, what is your story, bro? What's going on with you, bro? I didn't know you did music, bro. I didn't know, shout out to Jackson. I didn't know Jackson blessed you like, bro, because that someone else is going to hear that. You even saying that right now could do so much because you don't know where Jackson is mentally in his life. You saying that could be such a huge honor, bro. Something that you could say that could walk somebody off the cliff. I mean, stop them from walking off the cliff. It could save someone else's life right now. You know what I mean? That's the impact of your testimony, your journey, your story, your honesty, your truth, your vulnerability. Saying, man, I struggle with this. Man, this was hard for me. This business is inconsistent, or I didn't understand the business, so I took advantage of here. These truthful nuggets could help prevent someone from going through what you went through.
Yeah.
Or they can learn from it so that way they can do better when they're in their storm. Like, be grateful for your storms because your storms are what water your soul. You know what I'm saying? It waters the seed for it to grow. And you've never seen a rainbow without rain. So enjoy the rain, endure the rain, learn from the rain so that way you can walk into the rainbows of your life. You feel me?
Yeah, and every experience, to touch on that point, what you just said, every experience that you go through, whether it's good or bad, is there to shape and form you to the person that you are today. As long as you learn from those experiences, because there's some people who harbor an experience and you know, look at it from a negative lens, but it's like, in reality, how do I say it?
Wait, that's a bar. That's a bar. We go 15-yard penalty on the play. That's a bar. We're going to rewind that because that is the truth.
Yeah.
About learning from your experience. So you mind just one more time. I know you could, but you talked about learning from your experience, whether it be good or bad, because each experience you can learn something from it. So can you say it for the people in the back of the church one more time?
I'm gonna say it again for the people in the back.
Come on, man.
So every experience, whether good or bad, that you go through is there to shape and form you and mold you into the individual that you are today, and also the individual that you will continue to grow to be, to continue to live the mission and purpose that you're here on earth to do in the first place.
That's so
because before you even enter into certain rooms, certain areas, certain spaces, you have to mold into a specific version of yourself that can even obtain or enter into those spaces. So if you're not even there yet, if you're not even shaped and molded to that version of you yet, and you're not aligned in that manner, you can't go there yet. It's not time. You're not ready. You gotta need you some more. Life's gotta need you a little bit more.
Come on, man.
You know, and then roll you on out.
Come on, man.
Throw you back in the oven.
Come on, man.
See you rise up.
Come on, man.
Ding, ding. They ready. All right. Now you're in the room. You know, now people can eat.
Yeah.
They
ready. Ding.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, watch this. Let me drop a bar. Y'all ever rode a roller coaster before? Been on a roller coaster ride?
I love roller coasters.
Right? And you see the mouse with the ruler? Why do they have the mouse with the ruler over there?
Because if you're shorter than that, it's a safety hazard.
Safety. So you told me, because I'm pretty smart, you know what I'm saying? You told me that they have the mouse with the ruler for a reason, for safety protocol.
Right.
Because if you don't meet the requirements and you get on the ride, you can get hurt.
Yeah.
Sometimes in life, you do not meet the requirements of your dream and your purpose.
Talk to him.
And you can't get the blessing because if I give you this, it'll kill you.
Too much
So
weight.
sometimes you got to get in the weight room of your life and be disciplined and consistent in the things that you say you want to build the muscle to be able to handle what comes with that blessing. That's why they say different levels, different devils. Do you meet the requirements of what you're asking for?
Yeah.
Because faith without work is dead. Have you put in the work to meet the requirements of your dream? And the last question I just want to ask y'all is, how heavy are your dreams? How heavy are they? Hello? How heavy are your dreams?
Talk to him.
Because guess what? If you can lift up your dreams easily, you ain't dreaming big enough.
At all.
You ain't dreaming big enough.
Yeah.
And are you willing to get in the weight room of your life to get stronger, to be able to be prepared for what comes with the dream, that comes with the money? Like you said, Zeke, because I listen.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen my name with that many zeros behind it. So if you did get all them zeros, can you handle what comes with them
All
type
them
of checks?
zeros, yeah.
Because now all of a sudden you go from where you are to the breadwinner of your family, and now the responsibility of your family is looking at you. Can you help me? Oh, you acting funny. Oh, this is this, and oh, this is that. It's a different type of responsibility.
Different,
So can you handle the responsibilities of what you're asking for? Maybe sometimes you need to be grateful you're not where you think you should be yet. Maybe it's the preparation. So stop complaining about the preparation before you get the harvest, because the preparation is preparing you for the harvest. Okay, my bad.
Because you're always going to get to the harvest at the end of the day. Because there's seasons in life, guys.
Come again.
You have summer,
Huh?
fall,
Fall,
winter,
winter,
and then spring,
spring.
where everything rises up to the top and then you reap the harvest. So, like, yes, of course, being human, being in this, human existence, experience in this life, in this world, in today's society, like, things around you can look tough and be hard, and then you're like, man, when is this gonna happen? Man, when is that gonna happen? But it's not about the when, because it will happen. But in the moment, you just gotta keep doing what you're doing that's within your wheelhouse and willpower to do.
Yeah.
Everything else that you can't control, hey, let it go. Like, it's out of your control. So just as long as you keep doing what you're doing, and you know for a fact where it is you're going, because you do have to have a vision in the direction of what that vision is going
Come on
to.
now.
So, yeah, it's gonna happen. The harvest is gonna come regardless.
Man, that's a good word
Yeah.
right there. Zeke, last question.
Yeah.
If you could give any advice to any upcoming actor, artist, what would you tell them, bro?
Advice, any upcoming actor,
Entertainer.
artist, entertainment. Honestly, man, I always like to say the same thing. Like, follow your dreams, and don't be afraid to go after it. Don't be afraid to fail.
That's the bar.
Because,
Don't be afraid to what?
Don't be afraid to fail,
Yeah.
because I think the fear of failure holds a lot of people back, and so they don't even want to try because they don't want to experience failure. But in reality, everything that you see that exists around you, people failed a lot of times to even make these things that exist right now. The
Come on,
light
Zeke.
bulb. How
Come on,
many
Zeke.
times did Thomas Edison fail
Come on.
before the light bulb actually worked?
Cook.
How many times did George Washington Carver fail
Yes, sir.
before he discovered he could do all these things with peanuts?
Amen, amen.
How many times, like, the list goes on, like all these inventions.
Turn to your neighbor and say, how many times?
The list, like every single invention that exists,
Failed.
It failed at one point until it worked.
Yeah.
So to anyone watching this, man, like, dreamers out there, like, don't be afraid to go after it and really go after it, because it was given to you for a reason.
Yeah.
You're the only one only individual like you that can make that dream or vision that was given to you look the way and be put out the way that you can only do.
Come on, man.
So don't be afraid to fail. In fact, failure
It's beautiful.
is beautiful because it makes room for
Growth. Yeah.
and success in the future, because you fail so much that you learn from all those experiences.
Yes.
Going back to experiences that we're talking about before, each failure is an experience, and then you learn from it. You learn, okay, this doesn't work here. Let me switch this here. Da da da. Oh, okay, let me put this in this angle. Then it can boom. Now you have the formula of what will work.
Yeah.
And so now it's like, okay, now you're winning. You're no longer losing. You're winning. I don't even think of failure or loss as a negative.
Bro, it's dope.
It's not a negative. It's like a learning experience.
There you go.
This
Come
didn't
on.
work out. All right, let me go back to the drawing board.
Come on.
Boom, 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 boom. All right, boom. All right, let's try it. And you try it. Dang. All right, that didn't work. All right, let me go back to the drawing board one more time. Boom, 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 boom. It's like you gotta keep going. Fail forward. Is what they say. Fail forward. Don't fail and go back and quit. Like fail forward.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta have some motion in what you're doing. So yeah, that'll be my advice, man. And don't be afraid to reach out for help too. Of course, don't reach out to the top. You know, it's one thing to ask for help, but it's another thing to like be reaching to the creme de la creme, asking for help. Like, it's levels to this.
If you're doing the work, the creme. Hey, look, if you're doing the work, the creme de la creme gonna find you.
Exactly, they'll find you.
They'll find you.
They'll find you,
know what I mean?
for sure.
And listen, you got to be willing to go through your nose to get to your yes.
That's whoo. Say that again.
You got to be willing to go through your nose to get to your yes.
Because there will be a lot of no's.
Yeah, man.
A lot of no's.
And here's a gem for y'all, or here's a question for y'all. That's a gem. Tell me one dictionary that you'll find success before failure, opportunity, and sacrifice. See, you can't get success without failure, failing at the opportunity, and what are you willing to sacrifice to get the success that you want? Those are the ingredients of success. Failure, opportunity, and sacrifice equal success. Because when you go through those processes and it's like cooking and you put all these ingredients in, you'll finally find the recipe or the formula that you need. But you have to go through the mistakes of the formula. You have to even be open to the opportunity, and you have to be willing to sacrifice and put in the work to figure it out. And once you figure it out, that's what the other side of success looks like.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's just
real.
a gem for us.
Cooking.
Come on, man. You know we cook. Yeah,
We cooking in there, man.
Cook.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Zeke, if they want to find you, bro, if somebody want to book you, you feel me? If somebody wants your music or whatever it is that you're doing, if someone wants to just say, hey, thank you, you inspired me, how can they contact you, bro? What's your brand?
Yeah.
What's your socials?
I don't have any music out yet, guys.
It's on the way, though.
It's still cooking that up.
Yeah.
If you want to find me, honestly, social media, Instagram, I don't really use. Honestly, I hate social media. I'm gonna be honest. I hate social media, guys. I just do. I post if I need to promote something, like if I'm reached out to, hey, can you like? It's a whole thing.
Stand in your truth.
Yeah, I'm saying my truth. Like I don't really like social media, so all my notifications are off. So if you've ever reached out to me and it took me a while to respond, that's why, because my notifications have been off for like 2 years.
Disclaimer.
But I do check periodically, and so if you want to reach out to me, man, social media, just look me up, Ezekiel or JB, Google.
Can you spell it for him? Because you know everybody.
Everybody
not Aquila the B.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kiki Palmer. You feel
Shout
me?
out to Kiki.
Yeah.
Actually auditioned for Kiki. Some show. They wanted me to play Kiki's brother.
Yeah, Kiki mad cool. She good people. Big shout out to Kiki, bro.
Hey,
listen.
One of my homeboys worked
Super
with her.
cool people, bro.
Yeah.
Super cool people. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Later.
I've
Good
auditioned
people.
for a lot of things.
Super
actually.
talented,
Yeah.
super humble, super kind, just amazing.
Yeah. So there's a new. Maybe I can't say it because it's
No.
not-
We
but
talk,
anyways. Just Google me, EZEKIEL, last name AJEIGBE, and yeah, that's me, Ezekiel or JB. Email is cool too. I check my email daily, so you can email me as well. So yeah,
That part. And if you like the show, you like what your boy doing, check me out at King Jaquel Martin. That's KINGJAQUELLMARTIN. And check out the show, man. Whispering to Your Soul. It's spelled just like it sounds. Whispering to Your Soul. And I'm here with my brother Ezekiel. I appreciate you, man.
All love.
Tight.
Yeah, appreciate you for having me.
Yes,
Man.
sir.
This was cool.